Hello, my YouTube family. I hope everyone is doing well. Well, here we are. It's that Monday I was talking about. I'm in the pink room, in the chair. Brand new week. That means brand new finds at the Dollar Tree. I wasn't like, ooh. To be honest, I think what a lot of the things were that they were focusing on in the store was they were really getting ready for Easter stuff. There's like no St. Patrick's Day around. They were really focusing on Easter. They had like 4 rows, like all ripped apart, where they were doing Easter stuff. But that didn't stop me from still finding some new finds throughout the store. This will probably be about a medium-sized haul, but you know what? Even a 1-minute haul, for me, it's me time with all of you. So here we are Monday. It was a beautiful day here actually in the Hudson Valley. It was probably around 65, 66 degrees. Trying to, melt some of that snow away. And then I'm looking in the long-term forecast and they're showing, I think for the middle of or beginning of next week, snow again. I'm like, really? Okay, but that's Mother Nature. It is what it is. All right, so let's get into this brand new Dollar Tree haul together. Every single item in this video came from the same locations throughout the Hudson Valley because that is where I'm at in New York State. The most expensive item I have in this video is $1.03, $1.75, and that was just a couple little toys I grabbed over in the kids aisle. Other than that, everything else was pretty much ringing in between $1.25 and $1.50. All right, so I went back over. I showed you guys the other night the valve tire valve covers for your valve stems for your cars, and I found them in this neon green. So I went back over hoping that maybe they'd have them in purple. They didn't have them in purple, but that's okay because they had them in blue. So I just slit the top of the package open. This is by iJoy. It's Firefly glow in the dark tire valve cover. Of course, you're going to get 4 of the protectors for the valve stems because you have 4 tires on your car. And of course, unless you're a dually, then you're not really going to see the other valve stem anyways. All right, so here is what they look like. Now, they're actually pretty decent. They are glow in the dark, so they need to get some sunlight on them. But yeah, I'll check them out and see what they look like. Why not? I have chrome on mine because I have chrome wheels. But I was interested to see what they look like. It's all about having fun, right? So I picked me up a package. I would love to find them in purple, but so there's neon green and then there's this neon blue. And from the packaging, it looks like they also sell something else that attaches to your rim as well. So grab those in the car section. Alrighty, let's go over to Crafters Square. I like to go to that section because they have everything from painting, diamond painting, everything you could imagine for crafting. This was new to me by Crafters Square, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. Now, you get 20 pieces in a package. You're getting 10 envelopes and 10 cards. They're packaged just like this. For those of you that have your stamp collections, get those stamps out, get those markers out, get those kids sitting at the table writing cards. I love this kind of stuff. All right, so you're getting 10 of these beautiful brown envelopes, and then you're getting 10 of these plain, simple, just basic cardstock folded in half to make a card from. I loved getting, of course, back when I was back home in Chicago, not that my nieces and nephews don't send me things now, but they would do little doodlings and stuff and just pop it in the mail to me or stop by and just bring it over. But how fun is that? Especially if you're a stamper. So they had them in the cardstock that is basically the box brown. They also had it in white. Again, you're getting 10 of each. And the size of the cards, let me measure because I want to say they're 4 by 5, but I could be wrong. They're 5.5 by 4 1/4. There's your size. So they have it in white, this brown, and then they have it in ivory. I wasn't sure that that color was going to come up, but if I hold it up towards the light, you can definitely see that that's ivory and that is white. So not a bad deal. Perfect for scrapbooking, crafting, making your own cards. I love to do stuff like that. It's personalized. You know, it's meant for that person. All right, that was pretty much in the crafting aisle. I did, from the crafting section, go over to where you get your pens and your markers. They had these 2 packs of zebra pens. I do enjoy these pens. I use them a lot. They had them in the pink with the blue and the purple with the pink. I use these a lot in my journaling. I use them a lot on my planner. It's a good buy, and a lot of times you just find one in a package. So when I find the double packs, I usually try to stock up just a little bit. Excuse me. I was doing some yard work this afternoon out in the yard. You know, I didn't mention, but Miss Mia yesterday, she was fine. Everything was fine. I went up to the grocery store real quick to go do a couple of things, and I came back home, and she had her paw up in the air, and I was like, uh-oh, and she's limping. I was like, uh-oh, she's not herself. Is it broken? Absolutely not. I think she sprained it. She lets me look at it, but she's just been not herself, so she's been resting today, and obviously if she's no better by tomorrow, then we'll be doing a vet trip. But yeah, she usually, when she's upstairs, we have this window that faces out to the front of property so she could see anybody that's coming towards the property. So she sits up in this big bay window, and it's probably about 3.5 feet off the ground. So she has to jump on it and off it. By choice, she chooses. And I think maybe she came down off of it too quick. I'm not sure. So she's not a real happy camper, and that makes me not a happy camper. Sorry, I didn't mean to squirrel with all that. Just kind of filling you guys in what's going on in my life. All right, so let's go over to Sweets and Treats. A new Tic Tac hanging out at the checkouts. This one is Fruit Adventure. And I can't quite figure out what one of the fruits is because I'm not grabbing it. But it looks to me like orange, apple, cherry, and what is that 4th one? Can you guys see it? Am I like wrong? There's what I'm seeing right there. What's that? What is that flavor? Because I'd really, really like to know. Anyways, another new flavor of Tic Tacs. So I grabbed them. And you know what? It's that time of year again. What's happening? Tootsie Rolls are coming out. Blow Pops are coming out. Ice creams, lemonades are coming out. You see all that spring candy coming out. The bubble gums. Well, the blue raspberry. The whole bag of blue raspberry. This is one of my most favorite flavors. Love this by Double Bubble. Makes you look like you've been licking a Smurf. But other than that, hey, it's cool. It's totally cool. All right, this was new to me. And I'm going to, first of all, give a shout out to Miss Judy. Because Miss Judy is our strawberry lady. Whether or not she likes these, I'm going to probably say no. I don't know Judy that well. But I'm going to say Judy probably doesn't eat something like this. My dad used to eat these, and I was just like, oh, those things are gross, Dad. How do you eat them? But he didn't eat this flavor. These are by Melster Candies, Marshmallow Circus Peanuts. But they're in strawberry flavor? Have you guys ever heard of such a thing? These are made in the USA. There's our proud flag right there on the front. These are good till December of 2027. So you got plenty of time, but I've never seen strawberry circus peanuts before. This is going to be a gag gift for somebody, actually. No, not you, Judy. Unless you like them. But I just thought it was super funny. Made me think of my dad. And I've never seen any other flavor except for the orange. And is that even orange? I don't even know what flavor that is. All right, moving on. Couple of new little fun bags for the kiddos or for myself. These are 2 packs, and these are Disney mini bags. These came in at $1 and a coin for 2. There's your tag right there. These are so cute. These are new. I haven't seen them before. They both have pink handles, and there is the first pattern. How cute, right? That is just like super fun. And then there's the second pattern. The patterns are on both sides, which I love. This is cute. You know, you separate them out. Bring somebody a little something special from Dunkin' Donuts. Or take your McDonald's bag and put it in here instead. It's just about having fun. They also had this one all about Mickey Mouse. And like I said, these were new to me. There is Mickey Mouse right there. And he's like, oh my gosh, what did he see through the telescope? Not telescope, binoculars. What did Mickey Mouse see through the binoculars? But he's exploring prehistoric times. So if I get nice and close, you see a couple Donald Ducks in there. You see a Pluto over there. And then you're seeing all kinds of dinosaurs. So those are super fun for the kids or adults. Rolling over to makeup and beauty. They did have some cool stuff going on there. All right, this was a new find to me. I got one for myself and one for my daughter. These are by Global Beauty Care. Raspberry Souffle Moisturizing Lip Mask with Raspberry Seed Oil. These are 0.25 ounces. Looks really cool and interesting. I was like, well, I need to check me some of that out. But after I found this, I came across this by Global Beauty Care. And I've always mentioned that I try to find things that kind of go together, at least in my opinion. But I think this was meant to be. This is a 3-pack of individual cream face masks. Now, we're just going to get into it. I already pre-slit the top open to try to prepare for all of you. All right, what I love about these, they're all individually wrapped up in little containers. It reminds me of the containers you get at the diners that have jelly or honey in them. All right, so right now, first of all, you're going to get 3 different ones. But what I wanted to show you is one of the containers that you get is Raspberry Souffle. I was like, wait a minute. So there it is in the 3-pack. And then here's the first product I showed you a moment ago. They were meant to be, right? Tell me that they weren't. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then I came across, got one for me, one for my daughter. This one by Global Beauty Care, Lavender Lemonade. Oh, doesn't that just sound lovely? A fresh lavender and lemonade. There it is right there. I'll spin the product around a little bit better. And then inside that 3-pack, here it is, Lavender Lemonade. Isn't that just a cute little something something, right? Or you could give out the whole 3-pack. So it has the Raspberry Souffle. It has the Lavender Lemonade. And the one that I did not find, one of these, is Grapefruit Mimosa. Oh, that sounds yummy, right? I'm not saying that there's one out there that matches this. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it was pretty cool to find 2 of those that did. Again, the 3-pack you're going to get from looks just like that, but it looks in this packaging because obviously I took it out. So just something to kind of give you guys a heads up about what's out there. All right, staying with, no, you know what? Let's go something different real quick here. I'm going to show you guys these. These are kind of intriguing to me. These are by Lip Naturals. It's called Lip Natural Tints. It's petroleum-free lip balm with a rose tint color. It says Twist Up Euro Stick. Looks just like this. This is manufactured by Oral Labs, which is in the United States of America. It's actually in Colorado. So I want to just check this out. This looks cool. It kind of looked like a chapstick. And then it almost looks like one of those nose inhalers that you use, you know, like when you're sick. So it's, you know, the size of a chapstick. Oh, and there is your color. So I'm going to twist it back down. Actually, how much do we get? Wow. Hopefully I can get it to go back down. I got it to go up. Can I get it to go back down? All right, there we go. So I'm going to give it a test. That's a lot of product. So we're just going to give it a little swipe right there. Now, again, it's just a tint. So I went up and down like, what, 5 times? There it is right there. Very pretty. Also came across another one. This one, ooh. It's got like a peppermint smell to it. Yeah. It's peppermint smell. That's fine. This one is the color Blush. And looks just like that. Let's check this out. It definitely has a peppermint smell. Much lighter than the first one. Let me pull the first one out again. So there was the first one. There is the second one. Quite a difference in colors. All right, I'm going to move those over there. Wipe off my hand here. Staying in makeup and beauty essentials. Super, super great buy here. This is a phenomenal buy. A 4-pack by Onyx Professionals. A 4-pack total foot spa. You are going to get 4 individual packages. The first one is a citrus mint foot soak. Right there. Step 2, which is right there. This is an exfoliating foot scrub in citrus mint. And these are full-size bags. They're not, little cheap ones. The next one, step 3, is a soothing foot mask. And last but not least, this one is a hydrating foot lotion. And you just tear them out. What a awesome buy for a buck and a coin. There they are. I got 2 of them. How could you not? What great gifts. I was like, whoa, that is a steal. It does say new up on the corner as well, right up there. So I thought that was a phenomenal buy. All right, these were also in makeup and beauty, and I thought these were so cute. Excuse me. These are made by Creative. Bear with me. Gosh, I totally have this wrong. All right, you know what? We're moving on to a different product because I can't even pronounce that, let alone spell it, and I don't want to goof it too much. All right, let's go back over to makeup and beauty because we never actually left. All right, how about La Splash Skincare? You want to talk about beauty and face masks out right now? This one is a Cherry Blossom. Love the packaging. It is so pretty. Absolutely beautiful. The next one is Shea Butter, one of my favorite smells. Staying with the same company by La Splash, we have vitamin C. We have green tea. And last but not least, we have aloe vera. Great deal on the face mask. Face masks, depending on where you go, can be quite expensive, in my opinion. Everyone's opinions are different. I'm just saying. All right, also in makeup and beauty, this was new, and this was over where your nail polish and stuff is. And this is by La Mercier, and they do all kinds of makeup. This is a magic oil, and it's to help restore, and it says it softens cuticles, it's lightweight and fast absorbing. They had that right there, which is a really decent size bottle. It does have a dropper size dispenser. And then by the same company, I can still smell that lipstick. It's very pepperminty. Rehab tip, and this is a full-size bottle as well, and this is to help strengthen, weak, brittle nails. There it is right there. Again, you've got that dropper style bottle, so you can put it, exactly where you want it. These 2 things I thought were interesting, and these were in makeup and beauty as well. And I just had such a giggle out of these containers. Look at how fun these little spray bottles are. Well, this is actually Happy Skin, Healthy Skin, and it's by Glow Queen. This is nourishing and plumping face and body spray in the scent of coconut. How fun is that container? I think that's so cool. And then they also had, by the same company, this one here is watermelon. Are the girls getting ready to go by? Really? That's Patty showing off. She's doing wheelies down the road. Again, Patty. Again, back to this one. This one is watermelon scented. So I thought these were kind of fun and cool. And these would be great little somethings if you're doing a baby shower because you got the pink and blue. Just putting it out there. Just putting it out there. All right, over in the toy section, there's a little one down. I'm always getting for the little ones, and they enjoy the Minions so much. This is a new set of 3, and this first one is Kevin. Again, these are all made of plastic. They are lightweight, so just keep in mind if you're doing those birthday cakes and you want those little characters, there you go. So they had Kevin, and then they had Bob, and last but not least, they had Stuart. Super cool and fun for the kids. Now, this was different to me, and this was in the kids aisle as well. When I say the kids aisle, I'm talking about toys. This was in the toy aisle. These are kind of heavy. Evidently, there's 3 different color designs you can get. I found 2 of them, and it's like this big old squishy sugar puffer fish. There it is. It's a big fish, but it's all rubber. Do you see his little eyes right there? How cool is that? Where's my ruler? I lost it. Oh my goodness. It's buried amongst all my other stuff I have here. All right. These are measuring in at about 4.5 inches. So they're not small. They have one that's in a blue face, one that's in a pink face, and one that's in a orangey yellowish kind of face. So there was one I found, and there was the other one I found. So you can definitely see the difference in their colors. They're super cute and fun. Just looking for other things in lieu of chocolates and jelly beans and all those kinds of fun things. Alrighty. Oh, my time has come. It just goes by way too fast. Way too fast. This is a little bit shorter than the ones I've been putting out lately. Only because I am so hungry. I am hungry, and I've got some barbecue chicken going on. I've got some cornbread going on, and I have some mac salad going on. So I am just ready to get on into it. All right, everybody, that wraps up this Monday with me. But hopefully, maybe I'll be back in the chair tomorrow night, and let's see what we can come up with. Until next time, everyone, thank you so much for watching and your support. Still working on the decorating. There's been a lot going on over here you guys just haven't seen yet because I purposely have not put the camera that way. But I'm getting ready to go to this corner, so you'll be seeing that very soon. Hopefully, you'll enjoy it as much as I do. Until next time, everyone, a big hug from me to all of you. We'll see you on the flip side. Bye for now.